Calm down about the net neutrality thing. Paying additional money to access certain sites will give you a sense of pride and accomplishment. V. Edit. It seems like the control key on my keyboard is not working. Ajit Pai. That's it. That's the whole fucking joke. Wow, I post this, go to sleep, wake up and find my inbox flooded, karma boosted, and I have Reddit gold. I'm Australian, damn it. Go upvote my actual quality posts. Did you hear about the doctor on United Flight? Removed. Now, if I had $1 for every post I've seen today about net neutrality, I'd have enough money to view a post next year about net neutrality. The front page is filled with memes in reference to the guy being dragged off of a plane. I can't remember the last time the entire Reddit user base was so united. So Disney now owns Star Wars, Marvel, Indiana Jones, Disney World, and The Simpsons. Now, if they acquired my parents' divorce, they will own my entire childhood. A boy asked his Bitcoin investing dad, for $10 worth of Bitcoin currency, Dad, $9.67? What do you need the $10.32 for? So what has 4 letters, sometimes 9 letters, but never has 5? Just a hint. I didn't really ask a question. My girlfriend dressed up as a policewoman and told me I was under arrest on suspicion of being good in bed. After 2 minutes, all charges were dropped due to lack of evidence. Well then, sounds like you got off easy. What are you talking about, dude? You almost faced a fucking 9-month trial and an 18-year sentence. Wink wink, wonk wonk. Still my favorite joke I've ever made up. A monocle walks into the bar, and after a few drinks he starts to feel pretty good, and a little uncoordinated. He reaches for a cigarette, but the bartender stops him. Sorry buddy, but due to his city ordinances, we don't allow smoking in here. You're gonna have to step outside to smoke. So the monocle hops off the bar stool and grabs a cigarette to head outside. Meanwhile, a second monocle emerges from the bathroom. They bump into each other as they cross paths and fall to the floor. Hopelessly entangled, they try to get free, but the more they struggle, the more tangled they become. The bartender looks on this travesty and shakes his head. Hey, you too, he shouts. Stop making spectacles of yourselves. TIFU. By accidentally cheating on my wife at a BDSM convention with a woman who was wearing the same— oh shit, wrong side. Imagine if the Americans switched from retard units to kilograms overnight. There would be a mass confusion. If I had $1 for every time someone over 40 told me my generation sucks, then I can afford a house in the economy they've ruined. What is Gordon Ramsay's favorite subreddit? It's fucking raw. Why is EA the worst gaming company in America? Because Ubisoft is in France. By legalizing cannabis and the same-sex marriage, we finally interpreted the Bible correctly. A man who lays with another man should be stoned. So yesterday my daughter was playing in the garden and I saw her kill a butterfly. So to teach her a lesson I said, just for that you don't get any butter for a month. Well, today in the kitchen she killed a cockroach and I said, you know what? Nice try. A man takes his seat at the World Cup final. He looks over and notices there's an extra seat in between himself and the next guy. The man says, who would ever miss the World Cup final? Well, and the guy replies, well, that was my wife's seat. We've been to the last 5 World Cup finals together, but sadly she passed away. And the man says back, oh my god, that's terrible. But like, couldn't you get another close family member to come with you? And the guy says, no, they're all at the funeral. Steve Jobs would have been a better president than Trump. But I guess comparing apples to oranges is unfair. Don't read if you're a Trump supporter. A Mexican kid meets Donald Trump and says to him, I want to be president one day. And Trump says, are you stupid? Are you an idiot? Are you out of your mind? Are you retarded? And well, the kid replies, you know what? No, I've changed my mind. That's too many requirements. Well, I invited my girlfriend to go to the gym with me, but I didn't show. I hope she gets the message that we're not working out. You know, my wife left me because I'm just too insecure. Oh no, wait, she's back. Oh, looks like she went to go make a cup of tea. So a Polish immigrant went to the DMV to apply for a driver's license. First, of course, he had to take an eyesight test. The optician showed him a card with the letters CZWIXNOSTACZ. Can you read this? The optician asked. Read it? The Polish guy replied. I know the guy. Comedian Jeff Dunham has been accused of sexual assault. After allegations from his co-workers saying that he's been fisting them for decades. Just look up on his YouTube channel if you want to see evidence of this abuse. Millions have just sat and watched while these poor souls suffer through the tremendous pain right in front of them. My girlfriend said, "You act like a detective too much. I want to split up." "Good idea," I replied. "We can cover more ground that way." "So, how do you milk sheep?" "Oh, that's not really a hard question. Just bring out the new iPhone and charge $1,000 for it." You know, sometimes I wonder what my parents did to fight boredom before the internet. So I asked my 18 brothers and sisters, and they don't know either. Forget everything you learned in college, you won't be needing it here. But I never went to college. Well then, I'm sorry, but you're underqualified to work here. TIL, unvaccinated children are less likely to be autistic. Because they are more likely to be dead. So I couldn't join the KKK if I wanted to. My bloodline isn't pure enough. Turns out my parents weren't even related. Personally, I don't believe in bros before hoes. Or hoes before bros. There needs to be a balance. A homie-ho-stasis, if you will. While picking up a turkey for this Thanksgiving, I overheard this gem. A lady was picking through the frozen turkeys, but she couldn't find one big enough for her family. She asked the stock boy, "Do these turkeys get any bigger?" And the stock boy replied, "No, ma'am, they're dead." The son went to his dad and asked him, "Dad, what's an alcoholic?" And so the dad replied, "Do you see those 4 trees? Well, an alcoholic would see 8. Son replies, "Dad, I only see 2. I used to sell security arms door to door, and I was really good at it. If no one was home, I would just leave a brochure on the kitchen table." Why are people complaining? What EA did was great. I mean, you gotta give them credit. Well, looks like Jehovah's Witnesses don't celebrate Halloween. I guess they don't appreciate random people coming up to their door. My girlfriend always takes long baths after we finish watching a Ryan Gosling movie. Now, I don't know what she's doing there, but it gives me lots of time to jerk off to Ryan Gosling. What do you call a stolen Tesla? An Edison. So, do you know how to avoid clickbait? Obviously not. The only thing flat earthers fear is sphere itself. Isn't it annoying when engineering students call themselves engineers? It's really stupid. You don't hear medical students calling themselves doctors or art students calling them barista. As a child, I'd always thought my dad as a superhero. The Invisible Man. So check this shit out. If you masturbate after smoking marijuana, is it hijacking or weed whacking? If a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it, then my illegal logging business is a success. How do you break up 2 blind guys fighting? Yell, "My money's on the guy with the knife." What do you call an emo? A cappella group. Self-harmony. Funny that when a guy sleeps with a ton of girls, he's a stud. But when a girl sleeps with a ton of guys, somehow I'm not one of them. Ha 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 ha, fuck off.